Hello, my name is Nathaniel Johnson. Today I'd like to talk about sleep deprivation. Funny enough that I happen to be at work today, so I'm sure I'll be sleep deprived by the morning. I'd like to start off by showing this piece of paper right here, just to give you an idea. So this piece of paper represents one day I was here at work. I woke up around 5:30 a.m. and all these times represent a time that I was awake running a call. Normally calls last between 15 minutes to even an hour depending on what the situation is. I'd like to ask you guys, have you ever felt like maybe you just didn't sleep well at night, whether it be you may be sick, some of you might have kids and you're up all night with them, or you're trying to cram for a test, or you're doing homework the night before it's due. Been guilty of that myself. And just to show you the fact that the CDC actually says that if you're above the age of 17 that you're supposed to get 7 hours of sleep. Now we all know that 7 hours is hard to come by depending upon what you're doing. Now, sleep deprivation itself means that you've got less than 7 hours of sleep, and what it can affect on your body. You can slow your motor function movements, your neurological decision making may be slim. So let's say for instance you're driving. If you've been up for 18 hours, if a cop pulled you over and you had to use a breathalyzer for some reason, that you blow a .05, that's the same exact feeling as if you were drunk to if you're awake for 18 hours. Now if you're up for a full 24 hours, it would be like you blowing a .10. Now the legal limit is .08, so technically when you've been up for 24 hours, it would be the same feeling of being drunk, driving drunk. Excuse me. So let's look at sleep. Sleep is important because not only the fact that your heart rate slows down, your body is able to relax, it recharges you physically and emotionally. There's a lot to do with sleep because most people think sleep's overrated, I'll get it later on. No, sleep is important, that you need it every day. Now, important to sleep is because there's what we call a sleep cycle. There's stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4, which most people call REM, which stands for rapid eye movement, is when your bodies are the most comfortable. Now, these stages only last 15 to 20 minutes, so it takes, depending upon the person, some people fall asleep hard, some people fall asleep softly. But once you reach REM, your body's at the most comfortable, your heart rate is slowed down, and you're able to truly relax. Now, there's actually a kid in 1964 at a California high school that stayed up 264 hours. The most I've done here at work before has been up 36, and that was basically hell on earth. Some of the things to look about with lack of sleep, for physical conditions, you can put overstress on your heart, your joints can start hurting, along with skin disorders, and even potential death because you're just up too much and your body can't handle it. Now, something else to think about is the good sides of sleep. So whenever you're sleeping and you're resting and everything like that, your body's able to relax, you can recharge, you can physically let go of the day because you're recharging through the night. Now, that piece of paper that I showed you guys beforehand, I'd like to bring that back. So, rough estimate, got up around 5:30 like I said, and I'd made all these calls maybe being 15 minutes to an hour. So this line right here represents attempting to sleep. Now we were able to get up at 5:30, 9:15, 9:50, 10:50, 10:30, and so on. Now, after we got back from this call, approximately around 4:15, I decided to stay up because at this point, it's not worth trying to lay back down in bed. Now, right after this particular day, I was actually going to my part-time job. So now I had been up for almost a full 50 some odd hours by the time I got home. That day right there, I probably only got 2.5 hours of sleep, which is pretty impactful considering, well, my job and what we do here. So, just to rehash everything, just how important sleep is, you need to always at least get 7 hours of sleep. You need to try to look at your own sleep cycle, figure out, am I really hitting that true deep sleep? And just overall, is my health up to par? Because so many people are health conscious, is my sleep up to par with my health? Hopefully this has been informative and you guys can give me some good feedback. Thank you.